like me. He would tell people, hey, look, that's what I'm going to look like when I'm 70. Yeah. Yeah, but I think he didn't make it. But he just wanted to be like me. Work hard, take care of the family, and take care of anybody around.
I was leaving the house for the last time. He said, I see you, Mom. I love you. Do you have my back? I got your back, Mom. I said, I have your back too, son. I love you.
There was a couple of hours before you
Walked out the door, and it was the last time I saw him alive.
Someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the
think that what you know about him, he was nothing but a joker. He would come here and play practical jokes on his tia, practical jokes on his mother and me, and a lot of times, you know, the only way he would close his jokes is, I got your back, I got your back, and that's what he would tell his mother. The time came and he did pass on to his hospital. He did say, you know, make sure that people get sick. And we did, you know, there were some people that got saved. As a matter of fact, we met a couple of folks that were saved as a result of his organ being donated. Kidneys, both kidneys, his liver, his heart, his eyes. I mean, he helped a lot of people at the end. I mean, he's not gone. I mean, I know he's not gone. He's still walking around here, except under a different body.
Saved somebody else's life. Gave him another chance to live longer. To say that his pride and joys were his two boys that he left behind. He would always take care of them and look after them. He would always watch over Rojas too.
He actually, more than anything else, he was actually plus his father was.
what a wonderful world.
Basically, he was more or less my father figure because my father wasn't really there at all, like, not really at all. And basic stuff like learning how to do math, read, stuff like that, spending time with someone to understand people's skills, stuff like that as well. He taught me all those main things, mainly because I didn't have anybody else really around as a father.
Always wanted to help the community, no matter what. I mean, he went out there and helped. If he heard that churches needed help, he would go out there and ask them what they needed, and then he would provide it for them. And then I would ask him, well, what are you doing? Well, they need this and they need that, and I'm going to get it for them. And said, yeah. I mean, he picked up a couple of churches, helped them with their transportation, with their van. He would volunteer for them stuff, donate big things for their fundraisers. He just didn't think anything about donating or helping people, especially churches.
Very careless person.
Yeah, very caring person. You know. He was rather religious people, and I didn't realize until I saw him wearing his rosary, and he would wear all the time, you know, as often as he could, around his neck. And that's one of the things that, we're religious, but I don't wear a rosary, but he did, you know.
Most about him, and my favorite memory is usually when I wake up in the morning and go into the garage, and sometimes I still kind of look and see if he would come out the kitchen door or not. And it's kind of sad, but it goes on. That'd be like my favorite memory most of all. It's just waking up and seeing him in the morning. He was very caring. He was an earnest man. He was very thoughtless. And, well, thoughtless in the way that whatever he thought he needed to do, he could get it done. There was nothing really blocking him in his certain way of thought process or the way that he went about things. Two other words that I would say is he was very honest. He really liked honesty. And the last one is that he wasn't really a liar.
I loved him like as if he was my own son. And anytime I needed anything, he was there. And he was always surprising me with stuff, especially with the Wildcats. I mean, he was always there for me. And what else to say? There's too much to say about he was always there for me, like I say. And he loved to buy stuff for me for the Wildcats. And anytime you go outside, I mean, there's memories of him. The gate, my car, the rocks that are on the ground. I mean, everything around here is him. So, I mean, he'll never be forgotten. He went to a game one time, and when he was going to park, he parked in the handicap. And I told him, Rafa, you can't do that. Yes, I can. And he parked in there, and we went and watched the game. And he didn't get a ticket or anything, but he was daring. He was daring. So yeah, we did go to games, and my car, he decorated it with Wilbur and Wilma, and he was always surprising me. One time, what happened is my license plate. He had bought me a Wildcat license plate. So what happened is he took the plate off, and he told me, "Do you know that you don't have a plate in your car?" And I go, "Really?" And then I ran out there, and he had put a Wildcat sign, Wildcat thing on. But he was always doing stuff like that, always. So, yeah. And right there where you're sitting, he always sat right there. He always sat right there.
That's his favorite
Yeah.
chair.
He always walked in, and he gave me a hug, and then he'd sit right there. And the last time he was here, he walked in, and I said, "Did you rest?" He goes, "Yeah." And then he hugged me, and then I didn't see him after that. So.
What do I remember best about Rafael? His friendship with me versus my other friendships with other friends of mine. He would treat me like his brother. He would respect what I told him. If I caught something incorrect, he would accept it and tell me, hey, you know, he accept criticism. He'll tell me things, and I would accept his criticism. Those are the things I miss about him. And then also, if I needed a favor, there wasn't one thing this dude wouldn't do for me, and vice versa, for me to him. So those are the things that I miss more about him of anything. Why the tombstone? Well, you know, you come to this world and you leave. The people that remember you are the ones that you touched in their heart. But how many is that? And how many of them are going to keep you alive? I've been going to my friends' memorials every year, and every year gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And I tell myself, this cannot happen. Not to us, not to me. So you're saying when I'm gone, everyone's just going to forget about me? So I decided to build this tombstone to where whenever you miss him, you can go to the cemetery and hit that button that says push for my life. And you can watch him whenever you want, whenever you miss him, and he'll never die. And that's why I did it. And there ain't nothing like this in the world. And my friend's gonna live forever. And there ain't nothing like this in the world. And my friend's gonna live forever.